Hi, we are the KThree. I'm Marisa.
I'm Jen.
And you are part of the chat. And this week we talked about
the road tragedy of one. Oh boy, they threw a lot at us in 3 hours. And we had quite a conversation about it in our live clubhouse. And we'd love for you to join us and leave some comments below.
Let's dig in. Are you ready? Are you ready?
I'm not
know.
ready. I don't know if I'm ready, you guys.
I'm
All
not
right.
ready.
Who out there watched the road tragedy of one? Let us know. Who is on this ride with us? Let's first and foremost talk about this cast, because this cast is like an Ajima Ajishi, like Lollapalooza of everyone we like. It's so good. I mean, and can we just talk about how ridiculously hot Ji-jin Hee is?
Oh my God. So I tuned in for him.
You right, Toya?
Yeah.
I know.
Tuned in for him and Yoon Se-ah as a couple.
right?
Because hello.
And they did not disappoint in the first, 15 minutes? I was almost embarrassed. I was like, what is happening? What is going on?
Oh, it's on TVN.
Oh, yeah.
And it's 12 episodes, people.
Yeah, so it's gonna clip. And they've already thrown so much at us. He is the hottest. He is the hottest. Like, I mean, listen, the women, God bless, they are beautiful women. They have done so much work on themselves that I feel bad because they're beautiful women. They shouldn't have to feel like obligated. But Ji-jin Hee looks like he hasn't like aged a day since.
No,
like,
but he's got that George Clooney thing going.
Oh my God,
where he gets more handsome as he gets older. But like Yoon Se-ah, they like cover her up in these like white
flowy, like
yeah.
Do we start at the end and work our way back? Do we just dive in?
Did you all watch it? He is he is totally hot. Did you watch it though? Because that's
that
what we
shower
know.
scene, right?
Oh
Toya?
my God.
Oh my God. Like Ajishi's got it going, man.
Yeah. So here's the thing: we just saw him in Move to Heaven, and we just saw him. I just saw him in Undercover. And he had such a pure good heart in both of those shows, and oh my God,
it's crazy. Okay, yes. Okay, so let's just dive in. We can't snapshot this one because they threw so much at us. Okay, I've been trying to say, no, you need to check it out, Calvin. I think you're going to enjoy this one, Calvin.
It is a makjang.
Yeah,
but it's of a different flavor, right? Yeah.
For some reason. Totally. Yes. Absolutely. Yes. I was so confused. I got to the end of 2 and I was like, shoot. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes total sense. Okay, I get that.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. They threw a lot at us.
They threw a lot.
Suspense makjang. We're going to create an entire new one. That's perfect. Suspense makjang.
Totally what it is.
Yeah. So it jumps. The first scene is already confusing, right? The first scene, like I literally was yelling at my television, and I'm just going to jump. We're going to jump all over the place on this one because this is how it felt watching it. It is It's a perfect description, Toya.
Yes.
It literally starts with what I thought was a fantasy, but it's not. Ji-jin Hee comes striding through the forest in a full suit while his father-in-law is killing deer.
Yes.
Because one does.
I'm like, ooh, this is a intense metaphor.
Right?
And it was, but it wasn't.
But it wasn't, because it was real. I was like, okay. And then they kept flashing like the things, like one day to the kidnapping. And I'm like, what kidnapping? Like, I know what's happening.
So I'm like, oh, there's going to be a kidnapping. But then after it was day 1 and then day 3, I'm like,
Day 1 of what? After the kidnapping? Like, it was like one of those kind of things.
Then there was the kidnapping. But then it wasn't a kidnapping. And then it was a fake kidnapping death. And then like, we're going to lie about it. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What?
And then when the kid was dead and he was like wailing and the mother herself wasn't. I was like, wait, I'm really confused what's happening right now because clearly Yoon Se-ah's got some shenanigans going on. She's taking weird phone calls. I mean, is their kid actually the weird brother-in-law's kid that showed up? Because that was kind of alluded to.
Oh, and yes. Yeah. That could be.
Yeah. Because there was a lot of weirdness happening. And then Ji-jin Hee is wailing about this kid dying. And mom, Yoon Se-ah, is like, calm down. I'm like, this seems odd.
Right.
And then we find out at the end why.
Yes. And yes, it was this big reveal.
And it was in a voiceover.
Yes. Oh, there was so much voiceover.
There was so much voiceover.
So this was the problem because I would look away to deal with something and then like normally I pause it, but like, oh my God, there was so much information. There was so much information in voiceover. There was so much Ji-jin Hee going, and then this,
and then this,
and then this, and it must be this. I'm like, wait, what? Who are you talking about?
Who is this?
And then why do you trip? So what? Like, I was just like,
yeah,
fake kidnapping was set. Yes, with the 2 boys almost. Yes.
And then there was like the whole grandpa thing.
Grandpa, Chairman So.
Yeah.
And then his secretary's wife,
but the mother of one of his children, but not quite.
Yes. Like, and the will.
And
the safe.
And
then the sidekick guy.
We haven't even talked about the actual birth mother. Like,
right.
And then she's like another newscaster.
Yes.
And then she's not sad about her child dying, but she wants a story.
It's performative, like in the autopsy room. Yeah. But then she's married to Anne Sung, who is like cheating on her. And
but he's also kind of weirdly sympathetic and in love with her. And who is the killer? Like, there's so much happening.
Oh yeah, and then the killer was killed. But was he the killer? I don't know. He had the original.
Know.
Yeah. And why was that car, this abandoned car, like on this rich people's property, as if you wouldn't find that? Because they don't let anybody in. So why is it just sitting there?
Exactly. Dude, like, seriously, this is how I felt through the whole show. And I'm like, what?
Oh my God. And then Anne Sung and what's her name? Kim Hae, like their daughter? His daughter? Who is she? I don't know. Did she plot it? I don't know.
She plotted it, and that's the kid that she's talking to is the illegitimate son of the grandfather, right?
Right.
So my God. What we're trying to say, is they threw a lot at us in 2 episodes, and they're long, you guys. They're like an hour and a half each.
I was like, Jen, this one is 1 hour and 26 minutes. Oh wait, episode 1 was 1 hour and 26 minutes. It's like, holy.
And so we get to the end, and spoiler alert, we're going to give you pause. Spoiler alert. If you do not want to be spoiled at the end of episode 2, totally check it out. And again, it's episode 2, so I'm not really sure how big of a spoiler this is, because it's episode 2 and we have 10 more episodes to go through. So the kid who died was actually Ji Jin-hee's biological child that he had having an affair with the other newscaster.
So his son was kidnapped and killed.
Right. So is the boy who is notified as his son? I'm so confused. Dude, I didn't watch World of the Married. Did you watch World of the Married?
I did watch World of the Married.
Is that what this is like?
This is in hyperdrive compared to World of the Married.
I mean, it's enjoyable.
Well, I think we absorbed a lot of it.
We clearly did. I'm really proud of us right now. It wasn't linear, but the show's not linear. So there you go, you guys.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So there is the road tragedy of one.